All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not sure if I'm officially live. I might be right now. So, for anyone seeing this that's super early, welcome to the live stream. All right, we're going to wait for the notification. Darn it, I didn't bring water. This is all the water I have. All right, so noties are being sent out right now. I love it. I love to see it. I want to make sure, looking through the iPad mini, that everything is looking good on my end. So here we are. I think we're live now. There we go. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Vicente, I already see you being first. Thank you so much, Vicente, as always. And thank you for pulling up yesterday. Playing blackjack was very, very fun, very exhilarating, and I hope you enjoyed. So as always, guys, we're going to take a few seconds because noties are probably being sent out right now. How's it going, everyone? So whoever can make it to this chat early on, just know that I appreciate you. You're noti gang, and you have been noted. So let's see. We have someone else in the chat. 1 second. It is Fatima. I'm loving the new iPhone. Okay, so I'm glad the hype has already started. This is great. We're off to a great start because same. Okay. I have been taking pre-orders for the new iPhone 15 Pro at my job all day. So I work for one of the big three telecom companies here in the United States, the big ones, that is. And everyone is really excited about it. So I can't wait. Because I work there and we have the phones on hand, I'm probably going to ask them to just reserve one for me. And I don't know. I need to switch my plan over. Because as an employee of said company, I get 50% off of my wireless service, which is really nice. But we have a ton of hype right now. Plus on Friday, so this is at least what I think. I still have to create that poll, which I'm going to do tonight. But you guys let me know in the comments. And I know some of you are probably going to have to watch this live stream, the replay probably later on, and that's totally fine. But definitely leave a comment because I'm trying to see what kind of reviews are up first, right? So what I'm going to do on Friday morning is I'm going to go to the Apple store early in the morning and try to get a phone. If I'm unsuccessful, because the pre-ordering process this time around for the iPhone on Apple's website was atrocious. Everyone was having troubles. As a matter of fact, Jerry, the YouTuber that I recently collabed with, I think it took him like an hour just to pre-order his iPhone. So that was kind of crazy. But I need to ask you guys, like, what kind of review video would you want to see first? Like, are we doing, I don't know, are we doing the iPhone first, iPhone 15 line, iPhone 15 Pro, the Apple Watch Ultra 2, the Apple Watch Series 9. I mean, eventually I'm going to get on top of all of these, but I just need to know what you guys are most interested in. By the way, for anyone joining the stream a little late, thank you to everyone hopping in. This might be a quicker stream tonight. Today just feels like a really lazy Sunday. I did celebrate with my friends and family for my birthday this past Saturday, so thank you to everyone who made that very fun. It was a very enjoyable night. But the following morning, I couldn't go too hard because this morning, I had to go to work. And so, got responsibilities. So we got Vicente in the chat saying, yes, sir. All right. So look, guys, this video also, or not this video, but rather this live stream as well. What I want to do is this one is dedicated to the Bandaholics. I want to go over already my predictions on which bands I think are going to be some of my favorites. Because this band wall is set to shift in a little bit. So there's like 60 new bands total, but that does include some of the Hermes models. So realistically, though, for the average consumer, if you will, which, by the way, I love the your average consumer's videos. But let's exclude, I don't know, like 9 out of that number. So there's about 50 new bands. And I just kind of wanted to go over each style really quickly. Hopefully anyone who watches this replay is enjoying this so far. If you are, make sure to drop a like. These live streams are going to come directly to you here on YouTube every Sunday and every Wednesday evening. So right now I'm currently trying to make it so that I have a morning stream. But with my work, it's just really hard to schedule a morning live stream. But every now and then I'll probably do it if I'm off or whatever. So just be on the lookout for that. But all right, I know my Bandaholics are really excited. I know just Apple fans in general are really excited for the new iPhone, The new Apple Watches were really lackluster, though, honestly. Like, there's really not much going on in terms of the new Apple Watches. You got the Series 9. And again, where we work, or where I work, rather, not we, but wherever I work, we also activate Apple Watch lines. Sorry, let me take a drink of water. I'm already... It's hard speaking out here for so long, guys, but I love it. I love interacting with y'all, and I'm gonna check the live stream chat in just a second. But yeah, so we also activate watch lines, and some people have been asking me already, like, is it even worth it to upgrade to the Series 9 if I'm coming from a Series 8? And I always tell people the truth. Honestly, hell no. You're fine with the Series 8. You know, this time around, Apple's big thing was the whole gesture thing. Now, the thing is, so what people don't realize is that this whole gesture thing has already existed. This isn't anything brand new. As a matter of fact, I made a TikTok video explaining some of the gestures so you would be able to pinch your fist and it performs a certain action on your Apple Watch. I really do feel like at this point, Apple was just running out of ideas hella hard, and so they just wanted to highlight one of their intuitive gesture features and highlight it as if it were something brand new. Now, of course, the hardware and the new chip should be better in terms of sensing it because it wasn't always entirely reliable. As you can imagine, you know, just double clenching your fist like that, you're not going to get it every single time. So yeah, the Apple Watch Ultra 2 as well, just really lackluster in the sense that the dark titanium was rumored for so long. And we never got it. Like, what happened there, Apple? Like, these rumors were almost all but confirmed. And then all of a sudden, it's just, you know, we're not getting our dark titanium. Everyone was asking you for this. Oh, looks like we have some new people here on the chat. Let me see. Shanita Boyd, bring back dark cherry. I'm with you. Definitely. Dark cherry is one of the best colors I've ever seen. Make bands better again. Rigo Leon says, I love dark cherry. I got a leather link. So... my dark cherry, oh, it's actually right here, right? It's one of these. I think you guys are referring to dark cherry. And by the way, I think I'm going to refresh the band wall every 3 months or so just because it's going to grow so much. With this new release, my band wall is just going to grow and grow and grow. I eventually want to make it as one of my podcasting backdrops if I can get it to the whole wall. Now, that's going to take some big dedication, and once again, I mean, it is rumored that with the Apple Watch Series X, they may reintroduce a new lug pattern. But honestly, the more time that passes, I'm kind of doubting that more and more. I don't think that they're going to alienate their audience. So, yeah. But I see Vicente out here promoting my socials. Definitely, guys. If you haven't, I recently got verified over on X, formerly known as Twitter. And I know that I've always said I'm not going to call it X, but it's just a formality. Also, on my Instagram, I'm starting to post a lot more. I mean, for those close to me know why. But there's many reasons why I'm starting to post on Instagram more. And really, it's just because we're kind of on a cuspid right now. The channel right now is set to explode, guys. So you're about to see a lot more from me here really up until Friday. So for me, I'm seeing it as kind of like the calm before the storm, the vacation before the big, you know, prize or big kind of payoff, because that's exactly how I feel. I know that during this holiday season, right after post-September Apple event, you guys have a ton of questions. You want to know. I mean, these products are not cheap after all. Like these iPhones now, the 15 Pro Max is starting at $1,200. So the 12, or I'm sorry, why do I keep saying the 12? So the 15 Pro Max, I've been saying that a lot at work as well. I keep calling the new phone the 12 Pro Max. By the way, for anyone joining a little late, I do see we have 20 people here on stream. Thank you so far to everyone who has been able to make it. Even if you just drop by for a couple seconds and drop a comment and say hi on live stream, you already know I appreciate you guys. But yeah, there's just right now with this new release, we're going to go in. These live streams are still going to be, streamed to you guys every Sunday and Wednesday, so that's going to be very consistent. I need to go ahead and edit my episode 2 for the podcast. So the podcast is kind of going to be a little infrequent. What I'm hoping for is every 2 weeks I can at least record podcast, because that just is kind of an extension of who I am. So for anyone who is interested, you can tune into my podcast. Many times they'll cover different topics, not just tech. And so I'm going to have my own playlist on the podcast as well. So I'm going to take a second here to go to the chat. One of my curls over here has been on my face for a while. So anyway, so we got Fatima. Can you tell me the difference between the Apple Watch Titanium Series 7 versus the Ultra 2? Yeah, so all right, this is for Fatima. So yeah, the Titanium Series 7 I have, and it's kind of more of a brushed titanium look to it. So that actually gives me a really good video idea. Right now, the whole thing is titanium. So that actually gives me an idea, Fatima, to make a video of the Titanium Series 7 and the Titanium Series or Ultra 2 or Ultra 1. Because although they're the same material, one is brushed, one isn't. And so they do have a different look to them. And it's a shame that Apple hasn't had an edition watch on the series, the regular series Apple Watches that isn't titanium. So before we would get like a space black or a space black Hermes offering, we'd have a special edition regular stainless steel stainless steel Hermes Apple Watch. And then we used to have the ceramic watches, but Apple hasn't reintroduced the ceramic ones since the Series 5, so it's been a really long time. Rigo says, I love the Hermes knit. Yup. So some of my Hermes bands, I definitely wanted to have them lower so that they can be part of the backdrop, because these Hermes bands, let me tell you, they go in. We have AW. Welcome back, AW. I know you've joined several of my streams. Adding pink Apple Watch 9 to my Apple Watch family. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna poll my audience because I need to know what you guys are most interested in. Starting this Friday is go time. You're going to see review after review after review. So yes, I'm going to be working overtime, but guys, just know that it's my pleasure. Definitely, this is an exciting time for me because it always just reminds me of, colder temperatures, hot chocolate while editing or scripting on my day off. And it's always great vibes. And it's always great to see the reception from you guys, especially around this time. You guys do fight for first comment kind of heavily, I'm not going to lie. But apart from that, during Q4, it's nice to see the engagement because around this time, I'm more attentive to comments because I tend to have more questions rather than just statements or whatever on my channel comments. So a lot of the times it'll be follow-up questions, like if it's a comparison of the Apple Watch Series 8 versus the SE, and it's just like, well, so I do this, yada, yada, I do this for a living, what would you recommend? And then at that point, I would definitely point you over to my socials, which I know Vicente has already put my link tree here down in the comment section. But Vicente, if you don't mind, again, if you have not followed me over on my socials, definitely go ahead and do that. I'm posting a ton more polls, giveaway updates. Once all this new stuff drops, you better believe that I'm going to have a lot of short content. So I kind of want to do a shorts version, if you will, of the band reviews and just go over the colors really quick in 60 seconds. But of course, if you want to see all of the Apple Watches, modeled on different models, because I'm sure you guys appreciate that. That's part of my whole thing with my channel. I love having all the different varieties. So some people like rocking stainless steel Apple Watches. Some of my audience has the aluminum Apple Watches. Others have the Ultra. So it's nice to see all of these bands on all these different models, on all these different materials. And if you ever find that useful, just know it's for you. It's for you guys. All right, so I think I fell behind a little bit here on the live chat. By the way, Fatima, Rigo, AW, and Shantina Boyd, thank you so much. Apart from Vicente, thank you so much for being down here in the chat and making it lit. I really do appreciate you guys. It's always a mixed bag, right? After the event, we had a ton of people here. We had about close to 60, I think, Vicente. But as I always say, even if it's just me chatting with one of you guys, at a bare minimum, one of you guys, that makes me really happy because, I understand people have lives, man. Like, it's Sunday at 9 o'clock. Like, a lot of people would rather be asleep right now. So anyway, from wherever you guys are located, I know that some of my audience is out overseas. I live in the US of A, but I know that I have some audience and subscribers over from Europe, from Africa, from Asia. So thank you guys for making it onto the stream. If you guys have any questions or concerns about any of these new items dropping, let me know down in the live chat. So I'm going to catch up here with the live chat, and then I want to go over some of my favorite bands because I'm really excited. Okay. So Rigo says accessibility. I have that on for a long time, right? Yep. So that's already existed. Shantina says thoughts on the new magnetic link band. I'm not a fan. The magnetic link band. So I don't have them up yet. But the whole thing about them that made them look luxurious and cool was the whole leather aspect. Now that they took that away, it's just like I don't even know if I'm a big fan of the fine woven material. So apparently every new band, even the sport bands, now they're kind of slightly tweaked. So I'm going to make specific videos on like the old sport bands with the new ones, because now the material's slightly different. Of course, like on like the leather links from before, clearly that's a very obvious difference, because leather kind of has like a shine to it, if you will. I mean, obviously leather isn't per se shiny, but it has a luster to it. That's something that that maybe the fine woven bands won't have, and that's something that I'm expecting. And if that's the case, then I want to highlight that in my videos so that everyone knows, like, hey, one of the reasons Apple Watch, Bandaholics, one of the reasons we love the leather link is because of that shimmer, that luster that those bands created. And on top of that, the patina. So now none of Apple's modern watch bands are going to undergo the patina effect. And for those that don't know, the patina effect when it comes to leather is when it morphs and changes over the years. So classic example, guys, especially for my fellas out there, my men. So have you ever been, I know most guys tend to upgrade their wallet every 10 years or until you're given one as a gift. It's ironic how a male never or hardly ever buys his own wallet. Anyway, that's besides the point. But have you ever bought a leather wallet, maybe like say at a flea market, or maybe you bought it overseas and it's genuine leather, right? And have you ever noticed how, like, maybe when you first got it, it's like light brown, but of course over handling it over different years, it starts to get like some little scratches. But more than anything, it starts to darken. So it starts to turn from a light brown into more like a dark brown. So that's called the patina process. It's the patina effect, and it's normal because that's the general, or that's how leather just ages over time. And now we're not going to get that on Apple Watch bands or iPhone cases, because Apple has now also gone the route of eliminating their iPhone leather cases, and now they have the fine woven cases, which I don't know if I'm a fan of yet, but I mean, we're going to have to wait and see. All right, let's see. We have Rigo saying it's the blue, maybe 12 Pro Max blue. I'm not exactly sure where I was picking off there, so sorry, guys. Shantina, is it worth it to go from an SE to the 9? Absolutely. The SE, I mean, it's the budget-conscious Apple Watch, and although it's decent for what it is, but if you're going from the SE to the Series 9, yeah, that's a really, really nice upgrade. I would definitely go for that. What do you think about fine woven? Again, we're going to have to wait and see, Rigo. So fine woven, for me, I'm not a fan. I definitely prefer leather. Clearly, I understand Apple's mission statement. Like, they just want to present themselves more as this progressive, forward-thinking company. And, of course, slaughtering animals for leather doesn't necessarily follow their mission statement, if you will. So this whole move with fine woven is just, I don't know. But really, I think it's all business, because let's be real. I mean, let's be completely 100% honest here. The reason, according to Apple, Tim Apple and his goons, that the reason, according to them, that the power brick isn't coming, with your iPhone box anymore, is to reduce the packaging and make it more environmentally friendly, right? Or whatever. But let's be honest. They're 25-watt charging bricks, so that's going to be the bigger, squarer one, not the tiny cube, but like the bigger rectangular one that everyone steals at parties, so hide them if you do have them in a public gathering. Those, I mean, I think Apple sells them for what, like $20, or actually $29 if I'm not mistaken. So $29 that they will tax you on. And I think Apple's set to make a ton of money from revenue probably this year, if not next. Because look, this is supposed to be a super cycle for the iPhone 15. What does that mean? So if you guys remember, when the 11 switched over to the 12, okay, so I know that's like maybe 3 or 4 years ago, but I'll get on to my point in just a second. So that was known as a super cycle because the design did technically change. If you guys remember, the 11, the 10S, or some people know it as the XS, but technically it's 10S, and then the iPhone 10, or as some people know it, the iPhone X. Anyway, those had those rounded edges, if you guys remember. So from the switch from the 10S or XS, I'm just going to say 10S. So from the switch from the 10S over to the 12, that is when we got a redesign. And in people's eyes, this was seen as enough of an incentive to be like, okay, it will be clear that this is an upgrade because of the redesign. It looks different, it feels different, so that's what a lot of people did. The thing is not everyone buys their phone outright. Not everyone pre-orders the iPhone, pays it in full, and activates it with their carrier. What a lot of people do, the majority of people, and now that I work in this industry, I'm seeing it firsthand, is the fact that most people get their phones off of installments, right? Because these phones are starting to get really, really expensive. Gone are the days. I remember when I first had my iPhone 4, which was my first ever phone. I bought it with a Burger King salary when I was 16. It was my first ever job. Good memories. But back then, these telecom companies, they would subsidize the price, but force you into locking you in into a 2-year contract. So it was kind of like the telecom companies gave you enough of an incentive, but that means that you're locked into this company for 2 years. And if you do an early termination, I remember those fees were astronomical. So you were kind of locked into them. Nowadays, clearly we don't have contracts anymore, but in a way we sort of do, because a lot of these telecom companies now have 36-month installments. And, you know, for a lot of people, kind of tying it back together, remember the iPhone 12, that was 3 years ago. We had the 12, same design. 13, same design. 14, same design. Most people were hoping for a redesign on the 15s, and technically we kind of do. I mean, we have a new material, it's titanium on the Pro model, and it's slightly curved glass, like very slightly. Those edges aren't as sharp and as rectangular as they are on the iPhone 14 Pro line. Anyone who has an iPhone 14 Pro knows exactly what I'm talking about. If you rock it naked, them edges are really sharp. I mean, it's literally just like a box. It has some really angular edges, but the iPhone 15 kind of softens those edges and kind of curves them out a little bit. So is it a redesign? No. I'm going to be honest, no, it's not. They're going to say it's redesigned, but it looks more or less the same. But it all ties back to what I was saying earlier with those 3-year or 36-month installment plans that these telecom companies now are starting to run. So now I had a customer earlier talk to me, and he's just like, man, 3 years to pay off a phone. I'm like, dude, the iPhone 15 Pro Max at this point starts at $1,200. $1,200. Like, how many people, especially in this economy with rates being so high, how many people reasonably have, and then with taxes, go ahead and slap on a case, maybe you slap on a screen protector, you're damn well nearly spending $1,500 on your cell phone. So I get it, you know what I mean? I think, shoot, we might even reach a day where we'll have 4-year installment cycles, 48 months, you know, drop your iPhone payment from, you know, $37 a month down to $28, and then it's going to incentivize people, but now you're locked in for 4 years. I know we're going off on a little tangent. Thank you everyone who's joining. We have 39 people here on chat. Let's hear it for the chat right now. I don't know if this is a typo. We went from 20 to 39. If this is accurate, welcome everyone. We have Mike here in the chat. Leather accessories will get dumped for TJ Maxx in a month or two. LOL. I felt that. So welcome to everyone who's here on chat. AW, I bought an ink leather link 2 weeks ago, knowing they would be discontinued. Smart man. I also see Rocky Herrera here for the first time. Wow, amazing Apple Watch bands. Thank you so much. So Rocky, you must be new here to the live streams. Yeah, this is the backdrop. And actually what I was saying earlier in the stream is I'm thinking every 3 months or so, I'm just going to recolor code my Apple Watch band wall. That way it's kind of seasonal. You know what I mean? Who knows? Maybe actually that's a decent idea. Vicente, write this down. Write this down. I might color code them for this season. So maybe for the fall, I'll have more oranges, more browns, yellows of all the bands that I have. And then who knows, maybe for summer to remind people of the sun and the water, maybe blues and yellows and oranges and reds for the sun, maybe some white for some cloudiness here and there. So, okay, Vicente, I like this idea. Let's write that down. But yeah, these new, oh yeah, that's what I was getting to. Man, I get sidetracked. I swear, if you guys let me speak, I can continue going for hours. And actually, Let me go for a water break because I have been speaking. Let's see. I have a speedometer over here for how fast I've been speaking. It's off to the side. It's clocking me in, averaging at about 87 miles per hour speaking. So let me take a quick little break. But all right. Now let's look at bands because I think that's what I'm really excited for. So the winter, or actually, hold on. Yeah, the winter blue sport loop is probably one of my favorites. I think that this is going to be a rockin' color, and I'm not sure if Apple still does. Maybe I should probably know, but I doubt they have a blue aluminum color anymore. I'm so thankful that I still have my blue aluminum for instances like this. Excuse me. Dang, that was a big burp. So, because, I mean, that's going to look great on the blue Apple Watch. I mean, let's look. They have it paired with the Midnight. Actually, that's a really nice combination. So this one would probably be my favorite one in terms of the sport loops. Let's see. Okay, so this is Cypress. Cypress would look great with the green aluminum. Sadly, I think I did sell my green aluminum not too long ago, but that would have looked great with the green aluminum. What was it? The Series 7. So that's Cypress. Let's see what else we have. We also have Midnight. And here it's just a dark blue, but the little plastic lug there at the end that catches the band is white, which, I mean, it's a subtle touch, but it does make for a different kind of appearance. Here's pink, so this one's going to go great on the brand new pink color, so I feel like this will be, of course, many people perceive pink as feminine. I give two shits. Really, I will rock any pink case any day. So actually that pink from that Series 9 looks really nice. It's a light pink. Actually from afar it looks slightly silver. It's like silver aluminum, so that looks really cool. And then the last one is Starlight. So Starlight this time around has a blue little plastic end piece there. So it adds a nice touch, and of course they're probably going to model it with a Starlight aluminum watch. But what's interesting is that it has orange lugs. I don't know how I feel about that. They're like orange sherbet kind of color. I really don't know about that. Does the Midnight one have different lugs? Let me see, because I didn't know. Midnight has, wait, hold on. Actually, yeah. Actually, I don't know how I missed this, so I need to definitely jot this down for the review. So guys, look at the Midnight in the sport loop. So at the very end, those plastic lugs or inserts, they're kind of like a brownish color. So interesting. These will make for some interesting bands. Apple has been sticking with the whole Midnight and Starlight thing for maybe like 2 generations now. So I wonder when they're going to drop that. So anyway, the new Pride, no, not Pride bands, but the Ultra bands. So these are the ones that I'm really excited about. So now we have the Indigo Alpine Loop, and this one looks really sexy, especially on the Ultra body. I mean, take a look at that, guys. This one is looking really, really nice. I really can't wait to review these new Ultra bands. I ordered all of them, but yeah, this Indigo is looking, I mean, look at the back of that. Come on now. This looks really, really nice. So that's Indigo. We also have Blue. And blue looks like this. So it looks like the middle interwoven portion is a little green. It's kind of like cargo khaki color, but it's looking really, really nice. Really excited to review that one as well. And then we have olive, and I know that I'm going to love olive. So I love any kind of these deserty sand kind of colors. So that just looks really, really nice. I'm so glad that Apple finally has new band options for the Ultra line, because they're just really, really great. Now, I was a little disappointed on the Trail Loop offerings, and this is because typically I'm a guy that, I mean, I thoroughly enjoy the sleeker, darker tone bands like the navies, the blacks, but also I'm just the type of person that I love expressing some individuality here and there. So I'm looking for some bright colors. But anyway, we have this is green and gray. So interesting. Again, for me, it's a little too boring. So in my opinion, everyone has their preferences, but it's not a bad band. I'd probably give it a 5.5 out of 10, which sounds probably pretty horrible, but it is what it is. It's just very bland to me. And so is this one. This one's very meh. Like, I appreciate what's going on here. It's nice and subtle, but again, on the silver titanium, it's just not doing it for me. However, if we had a dark titanium, then all of a sudden this band is now elevated extremely more, maybe by 2 or 3 levels. So this one I would say is a 5 for me. But if we had dark titanium, this would easily be an 8 out of 10, a 7.5 out of 10. But we didn't get that. So I would say my favorite from this release is definitely, let's see, wait, what is this called? Hold on. This is orange and beige. So see, this is what I'm talking about. Now, granted, this one isn't overly flashy either. Like it's just a nice combination. The blue and orange play off of each other so well, and then the light cream color right in the middle. It definitely is a nice little accent, and especially on a band type like the trail loop, it's just really nice to see. Now, ironically, the Ocean Band only received 2 new colors. So they got rid of Midnight and they got rid of the yellow one. They left the white one for some reason still in the lineup. But now on the Ocean Bands, which by the way, the Ocean ones are actually some of my favorites. But on the Ocean Band, here, take a look at it. So now we have this blue color. And this one honestly does remind me of Midnight on the Ocean Band line, because Midnight is a very, very, very dark blue. And this one isn't as dark of a blue. I mean, you can still definitely tell that there's a blue hue there. But, it's so-and-so. But the one I'm really excited for, actually one of the ones that I'm probably most excited for this release, is the orange Ultra Band. The orange Ocean Band. This one looks really nice. It plays off so well with the orange ring around your crown button, but also the action button on the side, which is a bright international orange. So this one I'm very, very excited for. And yeah. So, all right, I'm going to take a break here, and I'm going to go back to the stream. What I may do as well is just cover the rest of the bands on the next live stream. I'm going to just check with you guys and see, because I am a little tired, and I've already been speaking for 23 minutes. So let me just catch up with the chat. If it's lit out here, we'll stay and review more bands if that's what you guys want to see. If you guys want to see my early commentary on them before I have them here in the studio, let me know. So Mike, you're late. That's okay. It happens. Let's see. Fatima sent a Canadian flag. Thank you all for the hearts. I do see the 100 emoji going on there on the heart at the bottom right. So that's really cool to see. We have Jackie Moore. Yo, glad I was able to finally catch her live. Jackie, thank you so much. That's really cool that I'm seeing you here on the live stream. So thank you so much for your comment. Yeah, so it's go time for the Apple event. I'm really excited. You guys, my social life is definitely going to dwindle, but that's okay because I'm going to be very busy. As you guys know, I'm full-time and also side-time YouTuber, but I want to flip that eventually so that I become full-time YouTuber and I can have a part-time maybe just for benefits or whatever. I might just F around and get like, I don't know, like being a bag boy at Publix and who knows. So we'll see what happens later in the future. But thank you so much. We also have Message KL. The Nike Sport Bands are fire. Yes, they are. The new Nike Sport Bands with them recycled sprinkles. These have been some of my favorite Nike Sport releases of all time. And the new Nike Sport Loops basically kind of sort of got a redesign, a slight redesign that is, but I'm so excited to hang some of those more modern looking Nike bands up here on the band wall. That's just going to go fucking insane. Now, dang, sorry for the language. I do have to keep it a little PG. I think we're allowed occasional cuss words here and there. In real life, I occasionally drop some foul language. So sorry, guys. I try to keep it as PG as I can here on my channel. So, guys, just do remember to follow me on my socials over there on Twitter. And Instagram is where I'm mostly going to start posting a lot more of. TikTok, I am going to post some short-like content. So any shorts that I make will basically be recycled over on TikTok. But here and there, I throw a little bit of my personal life in on TikTok and just funny memes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But I do want to say thank you to all 40 of you guys out here. You know, it's crazy to think how before, back then, I would go live and I would have an audience of like 2 or 3, and I was so nervous. Like, so extremely nervous. Now the fact that this is growing to nearly about 50 people per live stream, man, you guys don't know how blessed I feel. It's really cool to be out here with you guys and just, you know, live streaming, answering you guys' question, nerding out over bands. Like, never in my life did I think, because remember, I always thought I was alone with this whole, like, weird fascination with Apple Watch bands. I just thought it was a cool concept. You can switch up the look like really quickly. You can go from an Ocean band to like an Hermes leather band, and that's going to make a drastic difference to your appearance. And I think that's what really kind of captivated me about the Apple Watch band culture until I started uploading videos about Apple Watch bands on the internet on my YouTube channel, and I realized I was not alone. So it's really cool to see some fellow bandaholics here on stream. I really do appreciate it. Looky here, we have some new people dropping in. I see Tech Geek. I know Tech Geek tries to drop in. Okay, or I know that you try to drop in on every live stream. I understand every now and then you got stuff going on in your life, man. So Tech Geek says, can't wait till Friday. Bands and 15 Pro. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you, Tech Geek. I am. Yesterday I celebrated my birthday party with friends and family, and I had to work the next day, as in today. So it was an experience, but we're out here. I'm kind of tired. What I'm looking forward to is just laying in bed and being lazy. Honestly, it's one of those Sundays. You know what I mean? So thanks, guys. I also see I have Kylie, Altamirano. Maybe I really butchered that, so I'm really sorry. I ordered the new Nike Sport Loop, and I'm picking it up Friday along with my 15 Pro Max. You know what? Let's look at these bands together, guys. Let's go ahead and go with some more commentary, because I was actually going in. You know, I was really starting to get mesmerized. Let's skip the sport bands. We'll save that for a different live stream. What I want to look at is these bad boys. Look at how clean they look. Oh, and I have some shoes like this, except it's more red versus pink, but very similar. So I already know I have the perfect fit so that I can rock the same shoes and the same looking band. But holy, look at this. Okay, the Game Royal and orange Nike Sport Band goes hard. Let me show you guys. Look at this. Look at that. That goes hard. Imagine like playing basketball with your buddies. Everyone's going to be like, yo, where'd you get your Apple Watch band? And then you'll tell him, but you got to be like, if you're trying to cop one, make sure you check the Juan and Only's review on YouTube. He's got the best content on the internet when it comes to bands and anything tech related. All right, shameless plug, but it is what it is. I mean, am I lying? We have Sequoia and Orange. I'm a big fan of greens. Olive is one of my favorite colors. So burgundies and olives I adore. I really, really F with olives and burgundies, and this one is right up my alley. Again, if Apple still featured the green aluminum, that would make a really sick and gnarly combination. Up next, we have black and blue. So this is the black and blue one. Again, I'm going to be lame here and say it's a little too boring for my liking. Did I press anything? Okay, no. It's a little too boring for my liking. I think it's going to pair well with Midnight, but other than that, I'm not the biggest fan of this dark release. I'm more about these kind of bands. That's right up my alley. So already giving it an early rating of like a 9 out of 10. This one is nice. I mean, just look at that. It's just a bright green. How... at the gym especially is when it's going to look really good. And then we have Starlight and Pink, and this combination, no lie, goes hard. I'm really about them soft cream colors, and lately I've loved how Apple has just been playing around with them light pinks and yellows along with the cream. Oh, this one might actually be my favorite, believe it or not. But I'm going to take another break real quick, go back here to the live chat. Thanks, guys, for making the live stream really lit. It's kind of getting a little hard for me to get through the entire chat. Fatima says, I wish they had a green iPhone again. Hey, facts. That 11 Pro Max, I believe, is what it was. Or was it? Was it the 11 Pro Max? Yeah, the 11 Pro Max in pine green. That was a flawless color. I actually had a customer trade that in. Jackie, happy belated birthday. Thank you so much for them birthday wishes. It really does mean a lot to me. I'm 28. Birthday weekend is officially over, but it was a ton of fun, and thank you to everyone who was able to make it really special. We have Rocky saying, your love for Apple products is amazing. You definitely deserve to be invited to the next Apple event. Rocky, I love that you said that. I am very ecstatic. And what's crazy, let me just tell you guys a little personal story. So, I just started here at my new job. Again, I'm not allowed. I don't know if I'm allowed to say. I'm just going to say it because I think I'm okay. I think I can state it so long as I'm not soliciting technically for you guys, then I'm fine. But so I work for AT&T, and so of course I'm having all these iPhones and stuff and all these pre-orders, and it's going to be so cool because next Friday I'm going to be just unboxing all these iPhones. I might unbox 20 iPhones. So it's just really cool to see. And so I feel like just getting this side, I mean, because after all, iPhones, they make phone calls, even though nowadays they do a million other things and can make a phone call. But it's just really cool because I just, at work, all of my coworkers have clearly picked up that, like, wow, like, the products well. And the thing is I kind of try to underplay or downplay my channel. I don't immediately tell people that I'm a YouTuber. I don't know why, but I kind of downplay it. And then it seems that whenever I tell people, it's just kind of like, wow, like, you know what you're talking about, or like, huh, no, or some people have said like, hey, no wonder, like, I feel like you have a nice presentation voice. And well, I kind of tend to think that I do. I used to not like my voice, but now that I have to hear it day in and day out while I do YouTube reviews and stuff like that, I guess I'm starting to like it. But anyway, my point is thank you so much. Yeah, I get very excited for Apple events. I just think that their products look visually appealing. And then just the whole fascination with how Apple definitely capitalizes on colors, variability, and options. So now at this point, as you guys can clearly see my band wall, I see some super chats coming in, so I'll get to those in just a second, guys. I love you guys for dropping super chats. I know Vicente always drops one. Tech Geek, I think this is your second or third super chat as well, so let me go ahead. So we have Vicente Ramos with $10. Awesome live stream, fam, bro. Hey, quick virtual fist bump to you, Vicente. I don't want to move the camera, but thank you so much for that. You know that they always mean the world to me. And at this point, actually stop the show right now. Stop the show. I think now through this super chat donations, now we have more than $50 from the last 2 weeks or so. That's going directly funding one of you guys' free bands. So, hey, round of applause, guys. Thank you so much for anyone who does decide out of the goodness of your heart to send me a super chat. Just know that for me, that's insane. Thank you so much. The fact that, you know, you want to tip me, whether it be that because you found my videos entertaining, maybe you learned something, maybe you needed a question that isn't Googleable, and by that I mean it's very specific to you, and maybe you reached out to me and I tried to respond to my DMs, but understand I gotta, you know, I have a life, you know, so I'm trying to juggle a social life, my full-time job, YouTube. I like to go to the gym as well. I'm picking up guitar as well. So guys, these super chats that are coming in always mean the world to me. So first off, Vicente, that was your fist bump. Tech Geek, happy belated birthday, sent another $10. Man, thank you so much. Another virtual fist bump for you, Tech Geek. Thank you so much. I love whenever you make it onto the streams, just because I know that we have a mutual love, not only for tech, but I know that you're a band guy just like me. So I see you, Tech Geek. Thank you so much for that super chat of $10, and thank you for your birthday wishes. Guys, for anyone who does want to support the channel like I always do every year, Tech Geek can confirm, and Tech Geek in all caps, if you can do me a favor, please confirm it to the live chat. But every year I have a massive giveaway when new bands come out. And it's just a shame because now Apple doesn't do seasonal watch band updates. So they used to be on every season, right? So fall would be the big one. We'd see like 50 plus new bands. Then they would have a slight winter refresh, which if we're lucky, we might have gotten anywhere from 18 to 20 new bands. Still pretty cool, right? The spring one is kind of half the size of the fall one, so we get a nice little refresh, but at most we'll have like 35-ish new bands. And then there was the summer refresh, but in modern times, and by that I mean in the most recent 2 years, we've only had fall and spring updates. So this is why more than ever it's important that you guys know about my giveaways for those that are brand new to my channel, because every video band style has a giveaway. So let me explain and elaborate a little bit. So the way that I like to do my band reviews is by style, right? So we'll cover all of the new sport bands, for example. Then all of the new fine woven not leather link, but fine woven link bands, right? And then after that, it might be the Nike sport bands. So all of them 3 videos have an opportunity for you to win. So sport band, that's one winner. Then the Nike sport loops have another winner. Then the fine woven link has another winner. So it's just all these opportunities because I love spreading the joy. I know how exciting it is to get a fresh new band that you've really been looking forward to, and it just switches up your whole persona. It's this little small thing that actually makes a massive difference, and that's why I love spreading this love. Like, I know I'm not crazy for being a bandaholic, maybe a little bit because I give my credit card to Apple a little too fast, but I promise you it makes a really nice difference in your day just by looking at your wrist and you're like, wow, this band looks really cool. Or maybe you color coordinated with your fit and you're like, okay, so I have a bright green stripe on my running shoes, and this band has a bright green stripe running down it. It's super dope. I find it super fascinating, and Apple definitely got my ass when it comes to buying Apple Watch bands. So guys, thank you so much. Right now, we have 42 of you guys. I hope you guys have found this live stream entertaining and useful. We're not done yet. I probably have another 10 minutes. My speedometer has been reading me now at 105 miles per hour. So let me take another small little 10-second break. I should have gotten more water. I have to work with this. So sorry, guys. I need a little 10-second break. Man, this whole talking for hours, it gets hard after a while. I should have gotten more water. I don't know why I didn't. Guys, me and Vicente have plans very soon of once this channel is nearing the 75K mark, we're going to start introducing channel memberships. So some of the perks that come included with channel memberships are, of course, the small things that virtually matter, but in the real world have no real value whatsoever. It's just like internet things. So I think if you become a member of a channel, you get like color coded, so all of your comments are like in bold or whatever. You do also get a little badge. Whatever, those are just, on the surface kind of things that you start getting. So of course, all of this stuff is simply to reinvest into the channel and make it grow. So in my eyes, it's kind of like Amazon, right? So Amazon for the longest time reinvested close to all of their profits back into themselves. So when you're a business, you can reinvest your money by, like, if you have employees, then you can give them a raise. It's a gamble because some of them may underperform or leave the company or whatever. So there's that. Other companies like to invest their profits into research and development, which of course is very important. Other companies like to reinvest almost all of their profits into simply marketing and growing the brand itself. And that's kind of what I want to do here. So by including those channel memberships, not only do you guys get to support the channel directly, but you get some value out of it. So I'm planning already, like early video announcements, special giveaways. So like an extra band opportunity just for members. So like if you truly want higher chances of winning a band, then that will be a great opportunity for you to, be involved in a much tighter knit community. And so me and Vicente are planning of, creating channels channel memberships as low as $1. So that way it's like $1 a month just to support, your favorite YouTuber. That would mean the world to me. Of course, I'm eventually going to have to tier all of these kind of memberships because this channel is just set to grow and grow and grow, and I'm here for it. But this is why I'm just really appreciating these kind of moments right now where I can actually keep up with the group chat, because eventually, I love to see this family grow. And while right now sub 50 people on the live stream is really dope, eventually, who knows, there might be 300 of you guys on here wanting to share the Apple love. So guys, I really do appreciate everyone who has made it onto the channel. With that, I will have, so today's Sunday, I will have my Wednesday live stream around the same time. Let me know if 8:30, 9, or 9:30 is better for you guys. I feel like this time frame is really good. It's good for the people over here on the East Coast or the United States in general. And I'm trying really hard to kind of create a time frame where I can do it in the mornings, but because my schedule is shifting every week, it's just really hard to pre-plan. So having something solidified like evenings on Wednesday and Sundays is just more reliable and easier for now. But just stay tuned, because I know a lot of my international folks might not be able to make it to my live streams since it's like 4 or 5 a.m. where you guys are. So with that, Wednesday live stream, Friday is the official launch date. So you can start to expect content from me this weekend. And again, I'm going to make a poll either tonight or tomorrow asking you all what you would want to see first. Are we trying to see iPhone 15 Pro content? Are we trying to see band reviews first? Apple Watch content first? So you guys will have an opportunity to directly vote for your pick. That way we can see what everyone wants to watch first, because eventually I'm going to review everything. It's just, you already know how it goes. I mean, sometimes you guys might want to prioritize one over the other. Tech Geek, great minds think alike, no problem at all. I appreciate that, man. Yes, someone's getting a band. Hope it fits you well. He does great band giveaways. There we go. That's what I was asking for. Yes. So, Tech Geek, did you ever win one of my band giveaways? Maybe you did, or was it? Nah, I know Mike has won one. He has won one. He's one of my favorite early followers over from India. And I can't remember if you, Tech Geek, won one, but I think you did. Rocky, you're absolutely correct on your love for Apple Watch bands. I personally have 13 of them. Nice. Rocky, do not watch my videos if you... Okay, so actually that was a double negative. What I'm simply saying is, if you don't want your wallet to hurt and if you don't want your collection to expand, you need to stay away from my videos, because I've been told that I persuade a bunch of you guys to pick up bands. So that's just really nice. But thank you so much, man. I'm really excited for the new bands. Definitely going to go all out for them reviews. Tech Geek, have an amazing night, everyone. Enjoy the stream. Nice, man. Thank you so much for making it out to the stream, Tech Geek, and thank you so much for your $10 super chat for your birthday wishes. So Fatima, I'm addicted to bands. It hurts. It hurts when I lose one. I definitely understand there. All right, guys, so we have been streaming for 50 minutes now. I always go overboard on this. I always do. But so Vicente, thank you for that last reminder there. Remember to subscribe to Juan and follow me on my socials. Thank you so much for moderating, Vicente, but I think my throat is definitely done. I think it's time to just relax and have a great night. Start winding down. Tomorrow's a new week, guys. It's Monday. Let's make it a great week. I always say if you start your week off on a positive mindset, it's a higher likelihood that your week will play out, at least with some kind of positive vibes. Don't forget to rehydrate, guys. I know the weather isn't as hot anymore, but it's still very important to hydrate. I always say that. I try to chug as much water as I can throughout the day, just because, I mean, after all, we are 80% water. So, guys, I'll see you one last time on Wednesday before we officially kickstart my review all my reviews once they start dropping. So excited as well. Keep on the lookout in October. The new Google Pixel 8s come out. So in October, we're going to look over all of those. I plan to do a battery drain test with the Google Pixel line, including the new Google Pixel Fold. So that's another reason to stay tuned. Subscribe if you haven't already, guys. I'm clocking out for now. Hopefully everyone has a great night or day, depending on what time of the day you're watching this stream. Let me look at the live chat one more time. A flex to end the stream. There you go. Would you ever give away a band that's discontinued? No, I would not. I would not give away a band that I have that is discontinued. So, guys, that was it. Thank you to everyone who joined. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the super chats. Have a great night. Catch you all in the next one.